In this video, we're going to look at how to do the order of operations for integers. I cannot stress enough how important the order of operations are in solving expressions or equations or any mathematical problem, whether it be in math or in science or any other type of business function. Order of operations is a universal set of steps that we follow in order for everyone who is doing math to arrive at the same result. And it's very important that you follow the order of operations always. There are no exceptions to it. The first thing we have to do when we solve a problem of any sort is look to see if there are parentheses. And there's a hierarchy in solving parentheses. Braces are the largest set of parentheses, then brackets, and then parentheses. So you might have something that looks like this. Where you would have to do what's in parentheses first, because they're the smallest set of parentheses, and then you would extend out to the next step, which would be the multiplication within the braces. Sometimes parentheses are nested, so maybe you would have 3 times 2 minus 4, and they might be nested. And you have to be careful that you're working with pairs of parentheses. The second step in order of operations is exponents. Take care of your exponents. Work the exponents, whether they're in parentheses first, or if they're outside parentheses, work them until you get an answer, and then continue on with your order of operations. The third step is to do multiplication and division, and it's whichever comes first, moving left to right. And then finally, addition and subtraction are the last step. And again, whichever comes first, moving left to right. All right, let's look at a couple of examples. In the first one, I'm going to look for parentheses first because that is my first step. And I need to do what's in parentheses first before I can do the 4 plus whatever that is. Within the parentheses, I have to follow my order of operations. So think of it as a separate problem. So within the parentheses, the next thing I have to do are my exponents. I have 2 to the power of 2. So I'm going to just bring the 4 down, and I'm going to leave the 7 minus 2 times 2. That's my exponent. So let's clean it up. Still working in parentheses. 7 minus 2 times 2 is 4. And now I still have my parentheses. I'm going to work on that next. So 7 minus 4 is 3. And then 4 plus 3 finally is 7. All right, on the second one, again, I have to focus in on my parentheses first and do what's in there first. The 9 and the minus 4 to the power of 2 are going to come down. I'll worry about those after I finish what's in parentheses. So 6 minus 3 would be 3. And I'm going to do it in steps so you can see what I'm doing. And that's 3 plus 7 minus 4 to the power of 2. Again, I still have my parentheses sitting there, so I need to do these. I need to add 3 plus 7. So 3 plus 7 is 10. And I bring down the 9 and the 4 squared for the next step. All right, now I've cleared my parentheses. This is just multiplication right here, but my parentheses are now gone. I have nothing left to do in them. So the next step is look for exponents. So I'm going to do 4 to the power of 2 next. So I do 4 to the power of 2, which is 4 times 4. And 4 times 4 is 16. Next comes multiplication and division. So I'm going to multiply 9 times 10. 9 times 10 is 90 minus 16. And finally, the last step is add or subtract. And in this case, I'm going to subtract. And I'm going to do it this way so I don't make a mistake. I get 74. Now, could you have simplified this earlier? Yes, you could have. You could have done this multiplication here at any time, because that would not affect your exponent. You just could not do the subtraction until you got to this step. Okay, you cannot do the subtraction before the multiplication or before you've done your exponent.